Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. Oh, child, this is Reasonable Doubt, honey, that we are getting into and talking about season 2, episode 7. Mars versus Venus, baby. They really should have called this confusion because I am confused. I am just as confused as Dag on Jax is. I ain't even gonna lie, okay, Jax. You and Lewis is working my damn nerves. And Lewis and, Sally hubby, okay? The irony of y'all sitting here talking about what these witches want from a ninja. What you want, what we want is for you not to cheat. And not only do we not want you to cheat, but we don't want you to lie about it. And we don't want you to tell us that you about to have a damn baby with a side chick that everybody and their mama done been in, boy, that's been around the world, round the way, girl. We don't want none of that shit. We don't want the hotels laughing at me. Just to start off with, how about we start there, okay? That's what we really, really want. Now, I will give Sally husband some damn credit because, baby, Sally, you a whole nother damn animal. And the fact that Sally was over here trying to give attitude not only to Jax, okay, because where was that damn attitude coming from, girl? But we also was trying to give it to our hubby, and he laying on one side of the damn couch and damn Lewis laying on the other one. But he is a hot ass freaking mess. Like, what are we supposed to do with this? Okay, we got Tony up on the damn stand looking a hot freaking mess. We got old tight face damn DA, okay, with her hubby coming after her, which is even more ironic that she treats, this whole situation in these cases the way that she do. Because I don't mean to toot my own horn, but toot toot beep beep, I called it with that daggone one. All right, we over here shaking in our damn boots, telling security to get homeboy up out of here when he coming to deliver you some daggone flowers, miss. So I would think you would have a little bit more going on than that. And the prosecution rest their damn case, and you really didn't give us much. Your case was freaking weak, girl, okay? It started out looking like you had some things baking and shaking, but when it all turned up, shout out to Inga, okay? It was very much given a nothing damn burger, okay? No lettuce, no tomatoes, no onions, no nothing, just a freaking plain ass piece of damn bread with some mayonnaise on it, because that's probably what you like, okay? So you really didn't have nothing going on there. So at least when it came to the courtroom, we actually felt like we was winning. But as far as our lives at home, it felt like we was losing, and we was pushing damn Jax closer into damn Corey freaking arms, okay? And it was just, child, I don't even know what to say anymore. Just get Jesus on the main line. We need Jesus on the main line. We need all the prayer warriors to get these two together, because I don't know where do we go from here. Can this relationship actually stand the test of time? Can we make it? Can we take each other as we are with all our damn flaws and all? Or do we need to uncouple? Do it need to be a divorce? Do it need to be a separation? Okay. Which way do we need to go? That is what we are, here to find out, y'all, and to get into this daggone episode. Now, this is a little last minute. I just jumped up here real quick, y'all, because we ended up not doing the live that we were supposed to do with movie night with the ladies. So I figured I would use this time to hop up here. For some reason I can't see my comments or anything. I don't even know if y'all can hear me. I don't know if anybody's watching. I don't know what the heck is going on. Seems like StreamYard is bugging the heck out. Hopefully you can. But I'm not gonna be up here for a long time, for a good time. Let me see if it's actually even like, am I even coming through on YouTube? Because I have no clue. It looks like I'm here, so I'm gonna just continue it on. So yeah, y'all, we actually was getting a lot of back and forth, in and out, all around. We was going back into time with Jax and how they Finding out how Jackson Lewis first met, okay, how this love connection first came to be, as well as, of course, picking up right where we left off, where it's like, why the hell didn't you tell me about this whole daggone thing that went down with you and Tony? When did it start? How many times was it? Where was it? When was it? Which ways y'all was doing it? What positions y'all had it in? Damn, I felt like Jax was asking 1,000 damn questions. But I get it, girl, but I also felt like you kind of messed it up for yourself when you did not let him know that you was freaking aware that he was lying to you and he was right across the street. Like, I appreciated that she was like, lies. Okay, you lied to me when I asked you what was going on. You lied to me when I said, was it somebody that I knew? You lied to me when I asked you about it, if everything was all right. Every time I asked you a question, you told me a damn lie, so why should I believe you now? And she had a freaking point. She was 110% right when it came to that, right? All this stuff came out of nowhere. So can't be mad at Jax on that part, but on the part where I say they confuse me at is that Jax know the man she married and what he's about, and he also knows the woman that he married and what she's about. And so what you're not going to do is stand in my damn face and sit here and complain and tell me what you did for me. I can't stand a person that do that. If you did something for me, then you're supposed to have done it from your heart. It should not be getting thrown back in my damn face, okay? So that's what we're not going to do. But, hey, Renee Beckham. Okay, I see the comments now. Yes, girl, I'm live. I just jumped up here last minute. This was not planned. I literally set this up like 5 minutes ago. So anybody that come on the replay, let me know. Replay game, you came by. Okay, put some flames up in the sky and tell me what you thought about this daggone episode, child, because they definitely was working my nerves. So, like I said, we started out the episode with, actually finding out that Jackson had met because of a car accident, right? She had ran into his car, then he coming over looking all like, he's the knight in shining armor, telling her everything's going to be all right. And he ends up calling her for a date, first making a joke about how his lawyer going to be contacting her and told him, him that he could get a couple of millions off of her or whatever. And she agrees to the date. They both start talking about how they actually supposed to be going to church, okay, but we could go ahead and meet up and have a date after church. So we like, okay, cool. And he over here smiling from cheek to cheek and, doing a little fist bump because he excited and happy that she actually said yes, right? And then we seeing them we ain't see them doing it in the park. That song came to my head for some reason. Doing it in the park, doing it after dark. But no, they was just strolling, walking through the park or whatever, it's like the birds is all around. The trees is, looking nice and green and the sky is blue and everything is beautiful, right? And so, of course, it was all good at this point with them. This is before we get into everything. So, it's always good in the beginning. I guess, this is kind of her just thinking back on things and feeling like, how did it start there and then get to where we at now? Hey, Barbara Johnson, what's going on? So, we basically, have her where she's literally sick to her stomach. She's in the bathroom, throwing up and everything, going through the daggone motions, which is understandable. It really is. And Lewis is like not trying to let up. He's already sending her texts where it's like, I'm still, basically still apologizing, saying, she ready to talk, that he's patient. Whenever she is ready to talk, he'll be here, he'll be waiting and all of that. And of course, she really don't want to answer right now, but we do say that we have a therapy session that's going to be coming up and that we can talk there. So I felt like that was a positive. I felt like I agreed with Moochie. Shout out to Moochie when she said that she felt like he should have told her this in the therapy session in the first place. Okay, a safe space. So at least even though they had the conversation at the house with him breaking it to her and finally telling her the truth, well, really, he didn't have to tell her because at this point she knew everything. It was more so him confirming it and him saying that he really didn't want to tell her until he knew for sure whether the baby was his or not, right? He was waiting on these test results because why tell her if that's not really the case? So, as time went on, they basically agree that they're going to meet at the therapy session, right? Now, meanwhile, over at the law office, this part kind of confused me. I didn't understand why the assistant would be in her feelings and think that Jax wouldn't be happy for her and wouldn't want her to go for her law degree. You know, she over here talking about she looking at something confidential, and Corey made me laugh when he was like, girl, I haven't known you that long, but nothing about you says confidential. Nothing about you says that you keep any daggone secrets. So she basically told him that that's fair, and she's like, you know, she trying to do the LSAT exam, but she's not ready to tell Jax. Of course, Jax comes in and overhears as soon as she's saying that and was like, what are we talking about here? What's going on? And she just make up something like, oh, no, you know, we just know that you got so much work ahead of you today, right? And she tells Corey to please keep it between them and don't let her know. And then, you know, Jax was saying she needs some coffee. Okay, it's been a long night. She ain't get that much sleep. Of course, Corey was trying to check in on her. And, you know, she ain't going to tell him everything that's going on. She like, yeah, didn't get much sleep last night, but once I get my coffee, I'm going to be good. So we're just giving, like, the updates of what we're going to be dealing with in case today, you know, if Dr. Brandy is not available, I think she has some kind of emergency, then we were going to bring in the other doctor that basically had already interviewed you know, Chanel before. And of course, just like I said, Tony was going to have to be a witness on the stand. And she like, you know, of course, Jack's face, got eyes getting big. And not only that, he don't want to be the one to cross-examine her, because now we're opening up the possibility that JT wasn't the father and that she could have lied to him. And we're saying that's actually a plus for us, because if she was asking him for money to get rid of it and then didn't get rid of it and she already knew about this and all of that, it shows, you know, it messes up her credibility basically. So he was saying he wanted Jax to cross-examine, and Jax is like, why? Of course she don't want to do it, right? But he's saying it comes better from a woman. From him, it would be like he's being sexist and he's trying to demean her and all of that kind of stuff. So she basically was like, okay, yeah, you got a point there. I see where you coming from. Hey, Monique 69 Ways. What's going on, girl? Congratulations on your 2000, okay? Doing big things. So we see old Typeface coming into work, child. And if y'all don't know, I call the DA Typeface. And we have the, you know, receptionist come and bring her flowers. And she like, oh, it's from, you know, what was his name? Hunter Thompson or something like that. And the next thing you know, she turning around and he behind her with flowers. And he's like, oh, I've been trying to get to you and I want to be a family again. I want to make things right. And she's like, security, okay, security, get this dude the hell up out my damn face. And so I knew it was going to be something with this freaking lady and that she was probably on the run from somebody. And that makes it even more ironic that she works the kind of cases that she works, and she's over here trying to, like, you know, paint Chanel as this type of person, and yet you're dealing with something similar, but you think that you're supposed to be better than her. Like, I don't know, child, because you looking real scared and shook your damn self like you might have to go. So I think my prediction may end up coming true, y'all. I don't know. We shall see. But, you know, we still was basically going back and forth about you know, the case and what we have to do. And Corey ordered up some Chinese food, and at first, you know, Jax is like, oh, Chinese food, how thoughtful of you, that was really nice. But then she's like, you know what, as a matter of fact, I need to cut out of here early. I actually have an appointment, I gotta go. And he's steadily looking and steadily asking her if she okay, and she keeps saying yes. Now we get to the therapist, we tell him everything that's going on, and so far Jax is not really talking. It's mostly Lewis, and he's saying that, you know, I wanted to make sure the test. He's just basically reiterating and telling the doctor everything, right? I was trying to be careful. I was trying to be mindful. I didn't want to hurt her if it wasn't no reason for me to hurt her. You know, I just thought that I should make sure first. And Jack said, I think I compartmentalized things pretty daggone well. And she was like, this shit got me jacked the hell up. Okay, I've been thinking about it all damn day. And she was like, I really started thinking about how I have to look at daggone Tony, knowing that she knows something about my husband that I didn't or whatever, right? And she was like, I actually thought that I had something to be proud of. I had this king. I had this amazing man that's doing all these different things. And she was like, I mean, he having a damn baby, like with a side bitch, like a get back baby or whatever. She was like, what in the damn Real Housewives Love and Hip Hop is this ghetto ass shit? Now that did make me laugh. I ain't gonna lie. And so she was like, I basically don't have, a king that I could brag about. I got another ordinary ninja out here that every other chick complains about for me to complain about too. Well, why the hell she said that? Because then Lewis getting his damn feelings and say, you know what? I'm sick of this shit. The audacity for you to reduce me down to another damn ninja like you something special when you was giving out your little kitty cats to all the damn clients, ex-clients all around the world. I said, now Lewis, she wasn't doing all of that, but she was doing some shit. We ain't gonna act like that. And then he like, you wake up every night, after he tried to take you out screaming his damn name, and it's me that consoles you and rocks you to sleep so get over that or whatever, but I'm the one that has to be forgiven, not you. I'm the reason why we even married, but you treat me however you want to, and I'm the ninja. And I was like, hold up, damn it, Lewis, because first of all, bitch, like I said before when I started, you knew who Jax was. You sat there and dealt with that shit. You wanted to be the one to sit there and rock her. It's not for you to throw shit in her damn face now because you mad that she don't want to just snap her fingers and forgive you because you went and slept with damn Tony and knocked her the hell up. Like, give her a damn minute to take that in. And then the therapist says that he gonna, set them up for individual sessions because he feel like they need it. Oh, child, that was a lot. That was a lot. Like, I definitely agreed with them needing individual damn sessions because Joe, boy, he went in. I was over here cringing, y'all. I had my face covered the whole time he was talking. Like, damn. Okay, he went there, bitch. He went there. He definitely did. Everything he was ever feeling came out. You know how they say drunk people and mad people speak the truth. I was like, ooh, okay, Lewis, we see you. So Doc said, they was going to go ahead and, do these individual sessions. And basically what it boils down to is either you guys can take each other, even with the worst of each other, but still be able to respect each other, which that's a fact, because if you ain't got respect, you don't have nothing, right? And he was like, either y'all could do this and you really do want to still be together, or we got to figure out how y'all uncouple and then be able to still be there, as parents for your kids. And that's just the bottom line, right? So that gave them something to think about there. Then we out with the girls and they, oh my God, damn, Lewis, we was rooting for you. We can't believe he would do that. What you would expect from your girlfriends to say. But then, what's her name? Sally, bitch, you was getting too damn cute for me. It was a little too much bass in your damn voice. I said, take it down a notch. Okay, relax, release, girl. Because, why are you making this about you? I swear every time they show Sally, they just make me feel more and more that she has something to do with what went down. So she talking about I need you on your A game. It can't be, the worst version of you. I need you to be able to do what you got to do when it comes to this daggone, case or whatever, because Jax was saying how she's doing, dealing with her best friend's case on top of this. And so at first, the other friend is like, oh, she didn't mean it like that. And Sally basically corrected and was like, oh, no, bitch, yes, I did. And I was like, oh, really, Sally? Like, you could get your ass up out of here. I don't know. Sally's starting to irritate me, honey. I understand if you did stick up for your cousin, because like I said, I would have did that too. But I just didn't like the way she was coming. And Jax was like, well, damn, thank you for making me feel even worse and putting even more pressure on me than I already damn had. Now, we over here at, I think Sally's husband name is Chris. I'm not too sure, y'all. Put it in the comments if you know. But we with Sally's husband, okay? Lewis is. And he gonna talk about something. I got a question for you. And the next thing you know, he bumping DMX. What these bitches really want from a nigga. That's my song. I ain't gonna lie. I was in here like, hey. But I'm like, no, don't get cute. What you mean what they want? You know what the hell they want, okay? And you know what the hell you supposed to be doing. And they talking about that's the age-old question, They trying to figure it out. And who come walking in but Sally and she want to have an attitude? I guess you really are always going to be a ninja. A ninja for life, okay? So basically she looking her husband up and down and say hi to him, and he like, yeah, whatever, bitch, okay. He like, hey, and he laid back down. And it was funny to me too that he was laying on one side of the sofa and Lewis is laying on the other one, and he was telling Lewis like, it's not going to be easy. And at the end of the day, also remember that because he was, okay, Lewis said to him that regardless of what, he do still want his family. He do still want to be married to Jackson. He definitely don't want to leave his kids. That makes him sad. And he said to Lewis, you cannot like being sad or whatever, right? To please other people and make other people happy. So I guess you got to figure out like what's the thing that's gonna make you happy, regardless of what, and where you can work from there. And he was telling him like, yeah, what's going on with you? Because I gotta kind of throw back. Lewis tells him, I gotta throw back the same advice that you gave me and kind of look out for y'all. What about your family? This is not okay how y'all are. Maybe you might want to try couples therapy too. And so really neither one of them wanted to talk about the other ones, what they was going through past that. So it's like, trust me, just move on. You'll be happier that way. And we go ahead and lay down, and you just pretty much still had Lewis looking at his phone and looking at the picture of his kids on the phone and thinking. So I'm like, child, this is a whole ass freaking mess, y'all. Okay. Yeah, Sally was doing too damn much, Renee. She really was. Yeah, I could see both sides too, Monique 69 Ways. That's why I said they both actually confusing me and frustrating me. I don't think it's like one right answer to this. I don't think it's black and white. It's definitely a whole bunch of different things in between for me, right? And so we go back again because we kept going back and forth, and we kind of see how she's she have the pump, rather, getting out her breast milk. The baby done been throwing up. Now I said, Lewis, is that throw up on your shirt and you coming here laying on the bed? Because he would have had to get the hell up out that damn bed with that and go get in the shower. I know it's a baby and everything, but I'm just saying. So he just finished taking care of the son and getting him settled down after he having a fever. She here trying to do work and pump her breast at the same time. And she was basically saying nothing about her is feeling sexy right now, because he was over here like, trying to say when she finished that, we could go ahead and get into the do. And then he brings up that JT told him about this sex club. And she like, of course, JT would know about a sex club. And he probably, still cheating and always been cheating or whatever. But we actually agree and say, we'll go ahead and check it out. And if we feel like it's something that makes us uncomfortable, it'll be one of those speak now or forever hold your peace. We'll just let each other know. In the meantime, Jax is sitting here like still crying off and on, still being in her feelings off and on. The son comes in to tell her he going out to a birthday party. He clearly, these kids is not dumb. He picks up that something is going on with her, and he was asking where dad was at, and she lies and say that he was, at work or whatever. He already left earlier. And then they just say, I love you. And she telling him to tell his friend happy birthday. And, he go ahead about his business. And now when she's back at the job, we start, of course, getting into more of Tony and the pregnancy and which way that we can maneuver that. And, that's pretty much when we were saying if it wasn't his baby and we can kind of show her in a way, that she lying, then that's a plus for us. And we like, this seems kind of slim. Like we really haven't been getting any other info from, the prosecutor that shows us anything major that she has. Like this case is weak, right? Which is good for us. And then Jax tells him that she have to, leave, and she goes to her therapy session that's individual. And basically in this therapy session, what the bottom line was, the doctor was saying to her, because she was like, nah, you don't love people like unconditional no matter what they do. It's some things that they do that's a damn problem and they need to be called out on. And he's like, of course, if it's abuse and if it's different things like that, nobody's telling you to stay in a situation that's bad for you. But he was like, you also have to know, that there's going to be things that people do that's mixed up. And he said, it doesn't seem like you really saw that type of positive attitude between your mom, your dad, your relationships. From what you told me so far, you feel like your dad chose, alcohol. You feel like your mom chose this man that did, abuse to you in different ways or whatever and didn't stand up for you. So has anybody ever really just stood up for you and been like, I love you no matter what. I'm here for you no matter what. And she was like, no, she had to think about that for a minute. And he was like, because you've never had that, you don't know what that looks like. Therefore, you can't expect that from anybody. And I did appreciate them having that conversation. I thought that was real. And then Lewis lets her know that he's staying at Chris' house. And she's like, okay, thanks for telling me. And she told him how, she had told the kids that he was away working. And then she was about to text something else, but she was like, yeah, no, I'm not even going to bother. Like, why bother? Let me just go ahead and take my damn behind to sleep. And so we get a flashback to them at this club, and this part made me a little uncomfortable too, y'all, because I'm just saying different strokes for different folks, right? Everything is not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. They came up in the daggone club, and some guy coming over like, oh, is this your wife? And she's so beautiful. And he over here like, oh, yeah, I know she is. And the guy like, do you mind? And he come up behind her. And I was like, oh, we really was going through with this. So like, did she get with somebody? And, Lewis got with somebody. But no, it just seemed like it turned them both on. And like they went home and ended up being, with each other or whatever, right? And so now we at the court and we got Tony on the stand, and old tight face DA is asking her questions, and she really act like she had a damn gotcha moment, because she had came up to Tony saying like, oh, what is this paper? And she told her, oh, that's the text that she sent to me, right? And in these texts, she basically had supposedly iced her out, and she wasn't treating her kids the same way. And she was saying that oh, I didn't think that this would be something you would do to me. I actually thought that you were a friend. And so I'm like, that's supposed to be the gotcha moment. Like, I wouldn't be cool with somebody either. Not that I necessarily would take it out on their kids, but me just staying away from her and her kids, or having my child stay away from her kids. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I think that would be anybody's freaking reaction, when I know that you literally was here planning my daughter's birthday party and hanging around acting like we were supposed to be close and cool like that, okay, and family and all of that, but you was really stabbing me in the back. I'm not going to be around you either. So I didn't understand the prosecutor trying to use that as a gotcha, because it really was not a gotcha at all. It was common damn sense that we ain't going to be all cool and be kumbaya right off the back of me finding out that you had a damn affair with my damn husband, and you was lying in my face about it, which of course when Jax gets up to do the person examining, she brings that up. It was like, okay, and guys, I stopped talking to your kids and I stopped coming around you. Why did you deserve me to come around you? Like, what are you talking about here? And then she gonna be like, oh, well, she has said, now that she knows this, she was able to make her decision. And she asked Tony, well, what did that mean? And Tony was like, well, I don't know. At the time, I thought it just meant, maybe her leaving or getting a divorce. I didn't know what it actually could have meant. And of course, we're like, it can't be no speculation about this. There's no way for her to know what she meant. Of course, in hindsight, y'all can look at it and say she was saying that with plans of taking him out, since now she did take him out. But of course, there's no way to verify that. So that was just so weak. And then Jax got up and was like, well, you've been sleeping around, okay, with a lot of people in town having you, and didn't JT tell her it wasn't you? And then you kept lying to her about it over and over and over and over, right? And then she was like, yeah, basically, right? She couldn't lie about that. You were saying you're lying to her face for months about sleeping with her husband, right? And this isn't the first person's husband that you slept with. And so every time she was asking her a question, of course, Tony, Miss Holly, had to be like, yes, yes, yes. So then she asked her straight up, like, do you know whose, child this is or whatever, right? Like, who else was you sleeping with? Is it definite that it is his? And she was like, no, that she was sleeping with two. So then she said, take time before you answer this question. Get to the point and make sure that you speak, the truth. Okay, you understand, honey. Is there a chance that somebody else is the father? And she said, yeah. And of course, you could feel the tension coming in between them. You could feel that Tony either felt guilty, just within himself, or she felt guilty like, oh, damn, do she know? And on top of that, she don't want to have to be embarrassed and put all her business out here in the street on the damn stand. But at the end of the day, we knew it was going to come down to that. It was no way to avoid it. And, Chanel was looking pretty pleased with how they handled all of that part, but Chanel also was saying, like, I'm tired of this. I'm over this at this point, right? Especially with the way that the tight-faced damn prosecutor was acting, and Corey was letting her know, like, you're not going to have to deal with this too much longer. Trust me, it's almost over. Now, when we got the therapist on the stand, Tight-Face pissed me off there, too, because she gonna keep being condescending and having smart freaking remarks, because the therapist was saying basically it was like Chanel had an out of body experience, right? She didn't know what she was doing, and she actually still feels like a victim. She still feels fearful of him coming after her, even though he's deceased. All the things that we heard her talk to Jax about before. Tight face over here. Oh, and you know this after speaking to her one time. After all of these years, it only took you 2 hours or a couple of hours for you to get to that assessment. Yes, if it's a freaking professional that paid damn attention to the information that you giving them, that's what any damn doctor or therapist do. Then that's what the hell it is, girl. Just like with you being a prosecutor, I would expect if you getting information from people, even if you didn't know them all their damn lives, you would know how to gather information. Like, sit your ass down somewhere. I swear these people was ticking me off in this damn episode, child. So she was just, the therapist did what she had to do. She ain't, flinch, and she still was like, yes, that's what I said, right? I ain't stutter. I said what I said. Now, again, I did not get it. We had, you know, Jack's assistant coming to Daniel. Oh, I don't know. Jax is gonna be mad at me if I'm going for this exam, and if she's just, I'm not gonna be here the way she need me when she's going to court and doing different things because I'm trying to take my LSAT. And it's like everybody that she keeps telling about she want to take the LSAT is keep having the same reaction where they like, why would she be mad? And Daniel at one point was like, even if she do get mad, she'll get over it or whatever. Girl, like, I'm happy for you. Then of course he got to start telling her he love her too and all this stuff, which makes her uncomfortable. But he was like, go ahead and do your thing. That's something you should be proud of. Like, that's what's up. And I didn't really, like I said at the beginning, get why we kept going back and forth about how Jax was going to feel. I feel like she's been working with Jax long enough and she knows the kind of person Jax is. So she should have known that wasn't going to be no issue. That just was kind of crazy to me. But, after Chanel got upset about how the prosecutor was coming at the therapist and she was telling Corey that, she's tired of all of this, when she went in the room with them, she could clearly see that Jax is upset. Like, for all of that, Jax should have took her behind home because she literally was standing up against the wall with her arms folded like she was a little damn kid or something, and was basically in a whole nother world. She was not in that room with them. So of course, Chanel asked Corey to step out and asked to speak to Jax alone. And she's asking Jax what happened. And of course, Jax at first is trying to be like, oh, nothing, don't worry about it. This ain't about me. This is about you and your case and all of that. And she's like, girl, I see it's something damn wrong with you, okay? Spill the damn beans. So she tells her, like, I can't believe this. Lewis hurt me and he was lying to me. And, he could possibly be the damn father of the damn baby or whatever. And my whole marriage is falling apart. So, of course, Chanel is like, what? And she comes over and she hugs her and everything. And she's telling her, like, oh, my goodness, I can't believe this or whatever, right? Why Corey didn't tell me? And she's like, he don't even know nothing about it. I didn't want you to know nothing about it. And she's like, well, why the hell would he have you questioning, Tony? And she was like, because I didn't tell him anything and it was good for the optics. So she gives her a hug and she just lets her know that she's here for her. And she's like, remember that saying that always check in on your strong friends, right? And she said, remember, we messed up with that one time. Let's not do that again. This time around, we are going to be there for each other. You ain't got to sit here and try to act extra strong for me. And she's like, yeah, but I'm the one that's crying and you the one on trial and I'm supposed to be, worrying about that, in other words. But I did like that part between them because Chanel have times that she irked my damn nerves too. Let me see. Renee says, and what makes Tony think they could be cool after that betrayal? Exactly. Like, girl, what the hell is on your mind? She said that would make me uncomfortable too. Yeah, I don't know how the hell she thought they was gonna be cool. Like, if you don't get the hell up out my face, so I'm supposed to fake being cool with you because it make you damn uncomfortable. Like, I'm sorry, I don't care about you and your feelings at this point because you ain't give a damn about me or mine or my kids or anything else, right? So, Chanel knew it was something up with Jax when they, question Tony. Absolutely, yeah, she caught that. And if it's your friend, you should be able to catch it and know that it's something wrong. So Jax gets home, and at this point, Lewis is in here fixing some food. He asking, how her day went, and we making small talk. Looked like he was making them some tacos or burritos or something. He's saying how the kids is getting washed up in there. Bitch! Oh, Lord of mercy, y'all. He was like, the kid is my son. Okay, this is damn Lewis' baby. mercy. And the fact that she had to freaking play it off, and we gonna go ahead and sit down at the damn dinner table with the kids and pretend that everything is all right. I don't know if I could have did it, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, okay? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I probably would have freaking crumbled, and I probably would have had to been damn excused right then and there. But Jack, some way, somehow, was able to hold it together, and basically, we still laughed and talked all through dinner. But once that damn dinner was over, Lord of mercy, I just said, damn, man, I feel so freaking bad for Jax. I really did when it comes to that. And, she fell down on the floor in her room and just locked the door and just was like, leave me alone, okay? Leave me alone. Leave me alone, alone, alone. Like, I felt her freaking pain in that moment. So now we back at, the office, and we going through all this damn paperwork. We definitely see where we could prove that Chanel did not know about this money, and that this man had all different kind of money going to different spots in her name. And we don't even know if it's possible that he could have, possibly tried to take her out and then just have her be the fall guy that could have been doing all of these different things. With the money or whatever. Corey tried to throw that out there, right? And in the midst of this, Jax is saying that it's going to really take a lot of work for them to look through all of this. So she's asking her assistant, Crystal, again, can you stay late? And Crystal, oh, okay, yeah, I can, knowing damn well she have to leave because she supposed to be studying and she got this damn class. So Corey kind of just puts her on the spot finally, because that shit was annoying the hell out of me. And he's like, no, don't you got somewhere you got to be? You do got somewhere to be. Like, you can't stay here. Why don't you tell her what the hell is going on? And then Jax is like, what's going on? And she finally damn tells her, like, oh, I got the LSAT thing. And I want to try to be a lawyer like you, girl. And she giving her a hug and telling her how proud she is. And she like, go study. You can't stay here. Don't worry about it. And then Corey is telling Jax, like, I know you got you to get home to your family as well. Go ahead and do what you got to do. And Jax is pretty much like, nah, just let me make a phone call. It's okay. I can stay too. So now when she calls Lewis is saying he needs to stay at work. Plus he's like, he needs to go do his therapy session. Remember, we already seen her do hers. Now she gonna throw it back at Lewis like, oh, now all of a sudden you want to work and you busy. If you want to go and hang out and do other things with your life, just say that. And he's like, no, seriously. Then he getting his feelings. Oh yeah, because my job always been the one that's not important, right? It only could be you that could be doing important things or whatever, right? And at this point, she like, never mind, I'll figure it out. I'm just gonna have my mother watch them. And she was like, yeah, I guess you're gonna have a lot of other plans, and you're gonna be needing to work with this extra damn baby you got on the way. I'm like, Lord of mercy. It's like, that's something that's so hard to get past. You always gonna have that tit for tat and them bringing up, different things and accusations in the argument, especially with it being so new and fresh. And we both know that we not getting nowhere by doing that. The minute that it comes out of her mouth, he just kind of sighs and take a breath. She take a breath. They both quiet for a minute, and then it's like, all right, I'm just gonna go ahead and get my mom, do whatever you doing, right? And in this case, he actually wasn't lying, but now in the back of her mind, since he already lied to her, she always gonna have a thought that he's probably lying, right? So we actually do see him go to the therapist. Now, again, I just get frustrated. It's like, on the one hand, I understand it, but on the other hand, Lewis, you can't do things. At least that's how I feel when it comes to that, just me personally. And every minute you want to sit here and be like, woe is me. But I'm the one that got to apologize. I'm the one that got to make the first step. I'm the one that got to say I still love you. I'm the one that got to save the marriage. I always did this. I always did that. I always did the other. Do you want to do it or don't you? That's the freaking bottom line, bro. You saying you want to save the marriage. You saying you don't want it to end. You saying you want your wife back. You saying you want to, still be with your kids. But you also saying, I don't feel like doing anything to make that happen. Make it make sense. How does that make sense? You talking about how is that fair? Life ain't fair. Life ain't never been damn fair. You ain't know that? And the doctor basically was telling him, like, you have this kind of approach about you and she has an approach about her. Both of y'all kind of really want to be at the same space, but you just have different intentions and feelings and ways of doing that. And at the end of the day, you have to focus on what her intention is on her and how you make her feel. You say you didn't do this on purpose and you didn't want her to hurt. And he's like, yeah, but I still have to make the first move. And the doctor was like, do you want to be right or do you want to be married? Which one is it? And I was like, come on, doctor, break that shit down to him where he could understand. Because Lewis, you was slow for a minute, honey. Okay, you was sitting on your brains, as my grandmother used to say. And I need you to go ahead and put them back in your head and use them. Now, we get back to the office, okay, and we start going through this case again. And looking through these files because we already said we was going to work late, and we get a little bit more of Corey background too. We kept wanting to know who this girl was that he was working on the case. So he finally gives us the breakdown that actually she was his client was abusing her. He was there for the client. He believed the client. He went against her. He actually won the case for his client. And he thinking, okay, that's the end, right? That's all, folks. That'll be the end of it. But it wasn't. He followed her there, stalked her, continued to freaking abuse her, tried to take her out, but she got the upper hand and was able to take him out. So that's why he feels the guilt that he feels. And it's not just about him fighting for Chanel, but it's about him fighting for this case too. He needs to win, both these cases. Of course, you have Jax telling him this is not your fault, you're not to blame, you don't have any reason to feel that way, but of course he gonna feel the way he feel. And she go in for the hug to console him, and the next thing you know, okay, we all holding on each other, and she like, I think I gotta go, and he like, do you? Because I really don't want you to. Okay, won't you just stay with me? And then we doing the googly eyes and touching hands and holding tight. And I'm like, no, don't do it, Jax. Don't do it. But then on the other hand, I'm like, yes, girl, don't stop. Get it, right? I'm feeling both ways. I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling both ways, like, get it. Oh, God. Let me see. Renee said, I was so hurt when he said that baby was his. Yeah, listen, I've been through that before, and it wasn't a marriage. Okay, that I feel like a marriage is a whole nother thing. But I've been with somebody where we took a break. They got somebody else pregnant, and literally I ended up pregnant with my son like almost a year behind, and they both was born in September. So she had her September the first year, and then I had him the following September. And there's no way that you just forget it. There's no way that you're not going to look at that baby and not think about it. It takes a lot to forgive that, and it takes a lot to continue to be there, especially in a serious relationship, in a committed marriage, and then have to see that child for the rest of your damn life and help raise it. That's a whole different type of commitment, okay, that you asking for. That ain't something you just wake up and be like, oh, it's just over, So anyway, Corey and her was in here. I thought they was about to be like, we be stroking, okay? They was getting real close to it, but then Jack started getting flashes of everything that happened with old light eyes, honey, and she started getting flashes and thinking about this repetitive behavior that she's always having and Lewis is always having. We just going around and around like a merry-go-round, a circle, and we're repeating the same things, but then we're expecting a different, outcome out of it, so to speak, right? And you can't keep thinking you're going to do the same thing and get a different result, right? And we're actually hearing like, you hurt me, I hurt you, right? That's our method. Then you hurt me more, then I hurt you more. We keep doing that. And so I think that once she really thought about that, that's what made her stop herself with Corey, where she was like, you know what? I got to go, honey. Okay, it would have been nice. I would have liked to, but I can't. I need to get the hell up out of here. Oh, hey, Inga. No, it was last minute. I literally set this up like 5 minutes before I hopped on because I seen that we wasn't going to do the live. So I was like, you know what? Let me get this over with. But honey, yeah, go watch this episode, baby child. It was a lot happening, honey. Thank you for coming through. Um, Barbara Johnson says, well, I was Jax. I was married and he had, oh wow, outside. Yeah, I mean this happens a lot. It happens a lot. It ain't, it ain't so crazy and it ain't so uncommon, but not every couple's gonna be able to get through it, right? It's all different. We're different as individuals, we're different as couples, and it really depends on what we're able to compromise, and it's so much deeper stuff. That's why I said it's really not a black or white issue. It goes so much deeper than that. Now, when old Typeface is leaving work, we see a daggone a guy coming up to her. She get all shook when he come behind her, and they giving her a damn summons. That husband about to fight her, and this is why she keeps moving and jumping from place to place to place, because she been trying to make it hard for him to track her down and find where the hell she at and be able to bother her again, and actually be able to petition to have rights to probably visit with their son and all of that. So now she gonna have her own obstacle that she gonna get through. And y'all heard my little theory that I got. I feel like she about to take this man out by the end of the damn season, and Jack's gonna have to go ahead and freaking defend her. And ain't that gonna be the freaking most ironic thing? Okay, yeah, we definitely gonna be back 1:15 for Power, so I'm about to get off of here too. I ain't want to be up here too long, but I figured let me go ahead and knock this out the way and get it over with, because I know that tomorrow is like my busiest day. So, so now we got to the end of the episode, basically, just about, and we start hearing a chair is still a chair. I said, sing, Luther. Okay, that's my jam. Even when there's no one sitting there. And Jax came in, and I thought it was Lewis in the house playing that at first. I was like, okay, play that music. Okay, a house is not a home. I was like, oh, and we hear him like the part that says, what is it? Dag, I don't forgot it just that fast. I think it's a part in the song where he be like, you running up the stairs, and Lewis, like, one point was laying down in the couch at Chris and them house still, and then he jumps up and gets in his car to drive over to Jack's house. And at the same time that we get to that part of the song, it was like, one thing about Reasonable Doubt, besides the fact that the acting is good, the story is good, they gonna give you a good damn soundtrack to this too, right? We seeing flashes of like them actually when they was getting married, they wedding, because she was looking at the wedding picture and all of that. And they're both kind of thinking and in their own thoughts, she's picking up things in her daughter room and her son room, and just basically being in her feelings. So she didn't know he was going to come over there. I guess he started really thinking about what the doctor said to him when he was in the therapy session. And the part when it says, when you climb the stairs and turn the key, and he went running up the stairs to knock at her door. I said, bitch, Lewis, run. Okay, get up them stairs. It's like, on one hand, I want to root for them, and on the other hand, I want to say, baby, let it go, let it flow. I'm so conflicted, y'all. I'm not even going to lie. I'm so conflicted. But that just did something to me. I was like, you better run up them damn stairs, okay, for your woman, and stop damn playing. So he was like, I really want to, talk to you for a minute. And she said, okay. She opened up the door and, let him in or whatever. And he was asking if the kids was there. She said, nah, they still was with the mama. And he just was letting her know, like, listen, I've been thinking about it, right? And when it's all said and done, you right. I was acting like a ninja. I did step outside and I did do things that I wouldn't normally do. That's not really me. That's not who I want to be. He was like, you've always been like the best part of me, and I wanted you to be my wife. And he says there's no version of her that he don't love. There's no scenario that he don't love her. Oh my God. I ain't gonna lie. That got me. He was like, I watch you fight for people when you have this grit and grace, and he was like, you deserve everything good to happen for you, and your job gets in the way and gets on my nerves sometimes, but still I love you, like, with all the different conditions or whatever. There's no condition that I would not want to be there for you, right? And then he was basically saying all he wanted to do was have his family and his kids and them and his heart and, her to be his wife and everything like that. And that he always prays that he's enough to be her husband. And he want her to be able to brag about him the way he brag about her. And he wants her to know that he loves her unwavering. And he was like, but you're right. I did mess up. I did become just, another ninja out here making a damn mistake, doing things the wrong way. And I don't want to be that. That's not me. Like, that's not where I'm trying to go with all of this, right? And so he basically was just telling her, like, he messed up real badly, and that's why he didn't know which way to come to her and how to tell her, because it's like, that's not who I am, right? And that's not what I'm about, and that's not what I wanted, like, to be known for. And so that's what made it just that much harder to come out and tell you that I did something like that. But he was like, I'm here. And, basically when it boils down to it, I understand you being angry and mad and all that other stuff. You have every right. Like, I don't have no doubt that you feel that way, and I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. But when it all boils down to it, I'm sorry. That's not what anything that I wanted to cause you, because I exist just to love you. I cannot go on without you. I belong to you. I said, damn it, Lewis. Jesus, y'all. I was in here crying. I ain't even gonna lie. That touched me. He was like, I don't want to be with nobody else but you. Okay. I live for that. I was just like, oh my gosh. He told her he loved all of her. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I was in here like, oh Lord, Jesus have mercy. Especially knowing the conversation that she had with the doctor, and the fact that the doctor was like, nobody has ever just said, I love you for you. I love you no matter what. I take all of you. And then for him to come in and affirm that and say that, oh, as mad as I am at Lewis right now, baby. Let somebody knock at my door and tell me that, okay? I don't know. I might get weak in the knees. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. Renee says, there's no crying now, Lewis. There's no crying when cheating and bringing in babies. No, Jax, go lay down. Go lay down and think about it before you consider taking him back. I'm conflicted. So yeah, like, I definitely don't think it should be easy. I don't think it should be easy. I don't think it can be overnight. I think you really have to take your time and continue definitely to see the therapist and really just weigh your options. And I always think about that good and bad list, like, which is longer, right? Is it the good side or is it the bad side? When you really write down everything and you weigh your options and you look at where you want to be and where you going. And sometimes it's not enough just because you love somebody, right? When Tina Turner said, what's love got to do with it? Sometimes we have to move on. Some people are here for a season, for a reason, for a lesson, for a blessing, for a lifetime. I'm a firm believer in that. And there is a way for y'all to separate and still co-parent. You definitely don't need to just be there just for the kids. But I so appreciated him coming and saying all of that to her. I really did. I guess I'm just a sucker. That gave me a little sucker moment, okay? Because I felt all hard in the beginning, like, no, Jax, don't go near him. But what he talking about, okay, girl, you don't need this. Who he think he is? And at the end, I was like, damn, okay, he did lay it down. He laid it down with them lines. I ain't gonna lie. He really did. So it was a good episode, though, definitely. I just don't want her to take him back because of what he said, because she knows he knows her. Absolutely. Yeah. At this point, it's also about action as well. Like, well, it should have been about action, right? Anybody could say anything, to be honest, but your actions don't lie, right? So yeah, that's definitely this was good. This was good. I mean, reasonable doubt haven't missed yet, in my opinion. I've been loving it all the way. And I want to see how we gonna end everything off. What's gonna be happening with Chanel, what's gonna be happening with Typeface, what's her decision gonna be as far as Lewis. Like, I'm here for all of it. Yeah, Candy. This was last minute. I just jumped up here literally like 5 minutes beforehand and was like, I'm gonna just go live because I seen that we ended up not doing the movie night with the ladies. So I was like, let me go ahead and just get this out the way, child. I didn't even know if people could hear me, if it was working, nothing. I just was up here rambling my damn mouth away. So and y'all might see me do more of these like this because of just how my daggone schedule is. I might have to sometimes jump up here and do live. Sometimes the reviews might be late because, normally I would like do a review right after the episode is over. But just because of everything I'm dealing with right now, I probably can't necessarily do that all the time. So either you'll see like a late review pop up, or you'll see, me just pop up randomly like 5-10 minutes after I set up a live and be like, okay, here I am. One or the other or both sometimes, right? But I did, for my members, I put up 2 videos that the members get to see first, and then everybody else get to see. I did a review for the movie, the Substance, and then I also did a review for Blink Twice. I'm planning on doing a couple more like that where the members get them first, trying to give y'all a little treat because I know I really don't put too much in there too often. And then we will be back at 1:15, of course, for Power First Reaction. And then tomorrow night is Reasonable Doubt, and Sunday I think I join Inga in the crew for the Menendez, Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story. And then Monday is From. Make sure y'all tuning in for that because we are doing the reviews on that now. If y'all have not been watching From, I'm telling y'all that show is so good. Woo, baby, you don't want to miss it. And then we got a whole bunch of stuff coming into October. Of course, the team will be back. Sisters will be back. Love After Lockup. I'm probably gonna do a live on that tomorrow night as well. It's probably gonna be a late live. That'll be the season finale, and then I'll pick up with the new season next week. And also supposed to be doing Found when that comes. I love that show, so I'm looking forward to that. So it'll probably be like we'll finish off Fight Night, we'll finish off Power and Reasonable Doubt and all of that, and then it'll be like Found, From, and Zatine, my sisters, and whatever other things, child. My schedule is booked up, okay? But we gonna get some things popping, and hopefully if you don't watch one, you watch the other, and come through, hit that like, comment, share, subscribe if you are so inclined. Definitely appreciate it. Okay, give me a wave, let me know you came by. I put some flames up in the sky. Thank y'all for those of you that hopped in the chat for a minute tonight, and those of you that didn't speak but was in the chat. Okay, shout out to y'all too. Renee Beckham, Candy Love, Inga, Barbara Johnson, I think, came through. Hopefully this episode of Power is going to be good. I have a feeling that it is. I think it's going to give us more than what we got for episode 8. So I'm looking forward to talking with the girls and checking that out. I'm going to go get my snacks, okay, ready before we get into that. And Monique 69 Ways, thank you all of y'all for coming through. And yeah, for those of us that rock out with Power, I will see y'all for the Power Live. All right. Toodaloo.